So for the past like 5 years of my life, basically since I've been out of high school, it's been an ongoing joke with my friends that I have Asperger's. For those of you who don't know what Asperger's is, it's basically a form of autism. And I personally have been fighting these allegations forever. I don't think I have autism. I don't know what my friends think about me or what evidence they have to say, oh, you have Asperger's. Have Asperger's. So today, to prove all of my friends wrong, I'm gonna take an autism test. And at first, I was gonna take one at the doctor, but I realized that takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and I don't have either of those. So we're gonna take it online from BuzzFeed. Okay, this website was sent to me by my little brother Jonah, who also thinks I have Asperger's. Uh, it's not me though. It really is everyone else because my brother thinks I have autism. My friends think I have autism. My newborn nephew thinks I have autism. My mom thinks I have autism, but I don't. First question. Please read each statement below and choose the answer that best fits your experience during social interactions. I'm a sympathetic person. True now and when I was young. True only when I was younger than 16. True only now. I actually think I'm probably less sympathetic than I used to be, but I don't know. I'm pretty sympathetic. I'll say true now. I often use words and phrases from movies and televisions and conversations. I literally half my vocab is quotes from a movie. I'm gonna need a bigger boat. True now and when I was young. I'm often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. Fuck yeah, I definitely get thrown off. Sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly, and I'm not aware of it. I never talk too loudly. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. Never true. Everyone's got weird, unique interests, and sometimes I like to figure out what they are because maybe it's a new hobby. I don't know. I always notice how my mouth feels. This is more important to me than how it tastes. That's probably never true because popsicles are really cold, but they're still pretty good. I miss my best friends or family when we were apart for a long time. Noah, shout out to you. You're in Taiwan. I miss you. This is true now and when I was young. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I am thinking, even if I don't mean to. Oh yeah, that's I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. Now I'll talk about anything. I just fucking love talking. Is there like a opposite of autism where you're too social? I have been told that I am clumsy or uncoordinated. That was more when I was younger. But I could attribute that to being more active now because I go hiking and stuff and play basketball, so I'm a little more coordinated than I used to be. I don't know. And plus, clumsiness is more of like a confidence thing. I'm really confident, so I'll trip and fall, stand up, and I'll make a joke and everybody laughs, and then they think, oh, Xavier fell on purpose. I usually don't. Okay, fine, true. When I was younger. I am very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them. No. More how they feel is more important than how they look. I don't really care how they feel or how they look, you know. Well, actually, fuck. I do care how they feel. If they feel comfortable, that's actually big. I used to just like wear gym shorts every day to school. But that was high school. I dressed a lot nicer now. I even put on a nice shirt. And I dressed up for this video because I was worried that there might be like a camera on my laptop recording me. Well, I guess there's a camera. And now that I'm thinking about it, I am wearing an anime t-shirt. And like 95% of the people into anime are usually autistic. So true only when I was 16. Long story short. I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal. Are they trying to figure out if I'm AI or autistic? It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at the same time. No way, I love giving presentations and speeches in front of everyone. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. No. I actually try to stand out and act a little more bubbly when I meet new people, and I act a little crazy. So I actually do the opposite. Instead of act normal, I become a performer and make jokes, and I'm usually more normal the better you get to know me. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I am autistic. I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table at school or at work. That is true. What I actually hate though is that one motherfucker who just like tractor beams you in. Like say you're at like a big family event and you have like 7 people sitting at a table. Everyone's cracking off jokes at the same time. And then you have that one guy who just Let me tell you about this one time I was punched in the face when I was 5, and then they tell you the whole story, and you have to sit there while everyone's having a different conversation. You have to sit there and pretend to listen to this one motherfucker because he thinks he's the best. That shit pisses me off. I'd much rather be in the conversation with several people than that one guy who tractor beams you in. I take things too literally, so I often miss what people say. That was true when I was younger. I have learned actually jokes. Like there's my dad when I was younger used to make jokes. I go, "Are you serious, Dad? Dad, you're joking, right, Dad?" And based on this, I may have used to be autistic, but due to my environment, I may have grown out of the autism, which would be pretty epic. It is very true for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. Nah, I can usually tell why someone's embarrassed or jealous. I, on the other hand, don't get embarrassed. I do get jealous, but not embarrassed. Well, yeah, I don't really get embarrassed. I'm a freak. I get extremely upset when the way I'd like to do things is suddenly changed. No, because I've learned that life's bound to change, and you have to roll with the change instead of get angry about it, or else you'll fall behind. So I'll put never true. Maybe when I was younger, actually. Well, yeah, true only when I was younger. I've kind of learned that change is important. I've never wanted or need to have what other people call an intimate relationship. I have never wanted or need. No. Ladies, if I'm single. Here's my number on the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and text it. So that's never true. It is very difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I am finished. No, sometimes people like talking about themselves, so sometimes you want to tell a story, and then they'll start telling their story. So sometimes you just gotta let it go. Which is something I had a hard time learning when I was younger. Fuck, I used to be autistic. I speak with a normal rhythm. I don't know what that means. What does speaking with a normal rhythm mean? Different languages have different rhythms and tones for different situations, like the upward inflection at the end of a question. It's easy to spot a non-narrative speaker because they don't follow these rhythms and tones as well as. Oh, yeah, that's true now and when I was young. The phrase I've got you under my skin makes me uncomfortable. The question saying it makes me uncomfortable, but before that, no, never true. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful for my ears. Yeah, that's pretty true. I have sensitive ears, and I don't want to attribute that to being an audio nerd. I hope that has nothing to do with autism. I'm an understanding type of person. I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel what they feel. That is never true. Toy Story 3 came out before I was 16, and I cried when I thought they were gonna die. Another movie example is Wolf of Wall Street. I really wanted to be rich like Leonardo DiCaprio. So yeah, that's never true. I've always connected with characters. I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me. I was true only when I was younger. Now I'm a big flirt. I'm a big tease. I talk things over with my friends. Yeah, it's always been true. I cannot tell if someone is interested or bored with what I am saying. No, I can. Sometimes I feel, well, maybe not when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to talk about SpongeBob for hours, and Augie, my dad, would get pissed and be like, "All right, bro, change the conversation." I also hate rambling, which is ironic because I have a YouTube channel where I ramble. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in social situations with others. True only when I was younger than 16. No, true only now. I used to be very terrified of women when I was younger. Now it's a little bit easier, although it's kind of hard though if I have like a huge crush on them. I fumble the bag when I like the girl, but when I don't like the girl, I don't give a shit. I can flirt. I can talk to him all day. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal problems. Yes, I don't know if that's true when I was younger, but when people tell me their problems, if anything, I help too much, which probably gets annoying to some people. They probably just want to tell me their problems, and then I go, man, that sucks. I've been told that I have an unusual voice, for example, flat, monotone, childish, or high-pitched. No, people tell me my voice carries a lot and I speak way too loud, but they've never said it's unusual. In fact, Versace Flocka, Hayden, shout out to him. He actually said he wished his voice carried like mine. So fuck you guys for saying I'm too loud. Sometimes a thought or a subject gets stuck in my mind and I have to talk about it even if no one is interested. Thoughts or subjects definitely get stuck in my mind and I do get obsessed with things. but I never have to talk about it with someone. Like, I can keep that in my head because I can tell no one's interested. So I go, okay, this is something I'm obsessed with, but I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna just research it. And that's basically how this YouTube channel was born. I do certain things with my hands over and over and over again, like flapping or twirling sticks or strings, waving things by my eye. That is never true, never true. I think it means like fidget spinners. I was never a fidget spinner guy. They also have those poppy things that are shaped like the Amogus. That was fun to play with for like 10 seconds. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look normal. That's like psychopath. I just get along with everyone. Well, that's not true. I don't get along with everyone. There's people who hate me. But I don't have to follow a set of rules to get along with them. I just be myself. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. No, I actually prefer group work because I don't know everything. And I know everyone doesn't know everything, so somebody's bound to know one thing, and I can use them. I can work with them. When I am talking to someone, it is hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I can get very upset and confused. No, I'm not like my Uncle Jeff. Sometimes I have to cover my ears to block out painful noises, like vacuum cleaners or people talking too much or too loudly. Usually people have to cover their ears because I'm talking too loudly. Never true. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it's my turn to talk or to listen. No. In fact, I just know, the thing about me is, going back to it, like I said, people love to talk about themselves. I'm one of those guys who ask the questions, wait for them to talk to me and answer the question, then I'll ask another question. Again, that's probably why I started this YouTube channel, so I can talk about me and be the star. But most of the time, I let the people do the talking, and I just ask questions. It calms me to spin around or to rock in a chair when I'm feeling stressed. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are on filing cards, and I pick out the ones I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one or another unique way. This is autism. like throw the whole test away. Just ask question 70, and if the answer is true, they're autistic. No offense if you're autistic. I don't mean this in a rude way, but this is just like I can't believe people think like that. I literally just neurons fire in my brain, and I just say the first thing that comes to my head. I don't like file what I'm gonna say. I don't have like cue cards with like say it now. I'm sorry, that was rude, but that's a scary thing for people who do that. I don't like being hugged or held. When I go somewhere, I have to follow a route, or I can get very confused and upset. No, not really. It helps me find my place better if I'm on a route, but if I take a wrong turn, I don't freak out or anything. I just hit a U-turn. If I'm running late, I freak out. That's true, but I think that might be more anxiety than Asperger's. People tell me that I give too much detail. Yeah, they call me Mr. TMI at work. I am often told that I ask embarrassing questions. I'm not really told that, but I know of myself that I ask them. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. Oh yeah, big time, because that's not even autistic. That's just pure comedy right there. I'm not gonna lie, a couple of these in a row, I tend to point out other people's mistakes. That's probably gonna add to the autism count. I am often told I ask embarrassing questions. That's gonna ask too much detail. That's gonna add to the Asperger's. This will take away. It is difficult to figure out what people expect of me. Never true. All right. Score. Oh, that's not 52. I'm only like 27% social retard. I got good language skills. I got some circumcised interest. My sensory/motor is 16. What is my score, man? Let's see. 25, you're not autistic. 50, some autistic traits, but likely not autistic. Yet some autistic people score as low as 44. 65, the minimum score at which autism is considered. So based on this, what I'm hearing is I'm not autistic. I'm socially retarded. Sensory motor. Man, I wish I wasn't so sensitive to like sound, because I would have scored way lower if that was the case. I just have some autistic traits, but I'm not likely autistic. And I will take that. So when you say you have autism, I can say, actually, according to test, so I have some autistic traits, but I'm not likely autistic, which would make me probably seem more autistic. Do you know that no single test is conclusive, and not every autistic person necessarily scores above the defined threshold on each test? If you score low on the RADS R, but still think you could be autistic, try taking a few other autism tests. Yeah, this right here and this right here, even though I technically didn't score on the autism test, like the category, these two things are gonna make people think there's still a chance. And that scares the fuck out of me. I should have got 25 guaranteed non-autistic. You know what? I should have set like a basic thing of rules to answer the questions so then the test wouldn't think I was autistic. Yeah, that would have been a great idea. Yeah, I was being, relatedness. I thought it said retardation. Well, there you have it. I have some autistic traits, but me, myself, not autistic. And that actually, that's good. But, well, thanks for watching. Hope you learned a little bit about me, as well about what someone with autism may look like, sound like, answer questions like. And I hope you will try this test. And I'll go ahead and leave it in the description below. You guys go ahead and try it out and tell me what your scores are, because I'm interested to know. Especially since most people here watching are my friends. I really would like to see if they get higher scores than me, because that would be hilarious. Because you have Asperger's.